This is the student dashboard.
For you, what makes the site useful?
It's got a lot of information on it that is potentially accessible elsewhere on the university site. The issue is that when searching through the website yourself, often it can take half an hour to find the correct link to the site. Having a centralized list here means that students can not only find the most recent version of module specifications or various policies, but they can be confident that they actually have the most recent version. So, for example, we have the key contacts and links page here, and this contains a list of various different support teams and members of staff responsible for programs, such that if a student has a query, they can get access to the link to the correct person to talk to about it. For instance, if you have a disability and you need support with it, you can just go onto the Key Contacts links page, scroll down, and we have an example here. At the top here, we have a list of announcements, and the idea is that emails get sent to students in large numbers, but here we have specifically the stuff that is relevant to all students in the department. That is of a sufficient degree of importance. And we also can remove announcements automatically once they've ceased to be relevant to the students because the application deadline has passed or something like that. Which means that as a student, I can just click on this page periodically, check all of the announcements that are there, and see if there's a new thing that affects me without having to trawl through email.
Does the site include information about university life?
There's a list of links to various important dates. Often it can be really hard to work out where and when exams are taking place or where various buildings are on campus. And whilst the university does have apps and information on the university site, when you're rushing for something, it can be quite difficult to quickly find specific information you need. So having a list of everything here is a huge help. It also has a rough outline of the sort of things that take place during the university year so that students can be aware of when resits are and when periods of exams are so they can plan around that. We also have a list of various support teams that exist throughout the department and the university as a whole, so that students who are struggling with some aspect of their studies can find the relevant contacts and the relevant teams to support them with that, as well as information about extenuating circumstances and an FAQ covering sort of common problems that students come across.
What academic information is given on the site?
For project modules, students need to pick a supervisor and pick a project before the semester actually starts. So here we have a rough outline of what the projects generally entail, as well as a list of all of the projects that are available for the upcoming year that allows students to plan for this. It also has rough guidance of what you should be expected to do. Elsewhere, we've got the program module list. One of the issues I personally had to deal with is trying to work out which specific list of modules is for my year next year. So here you can go to the correct program, click on what year you're in, and it will give you a list of all of the modules you can take, as well as a link to their specification. Finally, we have a list of policies. So if students are going to be making a claim maybe on extenuating circumstances or want to make sure that their calculator conforms to the policy, we have a list of all of them in one place and with links to the website so that we always have the up-to-date version, so that students can be comfortable that they are following the latest procedures that are available and that they're following the right ones.